The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to another edition of the Insured Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Insured. As you know, my name is Tim, the sports talker, and you're welcome to another weekend to give you all the top predictions from Bet Insured. Of course, we've got the playoff round in the UEFA Champions League coming up this week, and that big fixture involving Manchester City and Real Madrid, which is a really big game, which we know that it's going to be a tactical battle with Pep Guardiola facing off against Carlo Ancelotti. Real Madrid and Manchester City fixture over the season has proven to be that fixture that lots of sport fans cannot always wait to see. We know that there's always going to be some little bit of a fierce battle between both sides, but this time around, it is the battle of who goes into the round of 16. I know this is so important for Pep Guardiola. It's so important for Real Madrid. But what do you think is going to actually make it into the round of 16 in this fixture? Well, on Tuesday, that fixture definitely will be happening. The first leg, remember, it's going to be over 2 legs. And we'll now wait to see who is going to make it into the round of 16. Well, as you know, this week we're back again to give you all our topics. And also, not to forget, we've got the bonus picks for you yet again this week. I bet you can't wait for the bonus picks where we go for you. For those of you that actually took part in the bonus picks last week, I'm sure that you enjoyed it and I'm sure that you made some cool cash for yourself. But let's check out how our predictions fared from last week. We have some wins, so let's check them out. And now it's time to review our predictions from last week. Let's just check about a little of them. Starting from the Premier League between Bournemouth and Liverpool at the Vitality Stadium, we predicted both teams to score, which unfortunately, that did not happen. Liverpool won 2-0 in that fixture, with both goals coming from Mohamed Salah via the penalty spot and a trademark goal for the Egyptian king. Then for the expert prediction, we predicted over 23.5 shots towards the goal, which materialized as the game finished with over 30 shots towards the goal. But we also predicted over 8.5 corner kicks as the alternative market, but unfortunately, that game did not produce lots of corner kicks, which is still surprising to me because if you look at the trends, Liverpool have averaged at least 8.5 corners in their last 10 matches. So moving into another prediction that we had in the Spanish La Liga between Atletico Madrid and Mallorca, we predicted Atletico Madrid to win or draw in that game, which was fantastic. And guess what? Our correct score prediction of 2-0 was amazingly fantastic in that game, which means the 2-0 full-time prediction that we had in that game was on point. Atletico Madrid won that game 2-0. And as well, in our expert prediction, we predicted over 12.5 goal kicks. The game ended with 19 goal kicks in total. Now let's get into another fixture right here from the Italian Serie A. We predicted Atalanta versus Torino. We predicted over 2.5 goals. Unfortunately, that did not happen. The game ended 1-1, which means 2 goals were scored in that fixture. But then going into our expert prediction, we predicted under 12.5 corner kicks, which was on point as the game finished with just 8 corner kicks. Finally, from the German Bundesliga, we predicted Stuttgart versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. We predicted Stuttgart to win or draw. Stuttgart actually did not perform up to expectation in that game. They lost against Mönchengladbach. That game ended 2-1 in favor of Mönchengladbach, which means that our prediction on that full time did not happen. Then for our expert prediction, we predicted over 23.5 shots towards the goal, which was as well on point. In fact, that game finished with just 24 shots towards the goal. You can as well check out our prediction that we dropped last week, and you can tell that we had more wins than losses as well. So it is time to get into the predictions for this week. Remember, proudly brought to you by Bet Insured. Before we get into that one, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share this video to enjoy more amazing content like this one. And as well, don't forget, visit our website at www.betinsured.com.
Smarter the bank all the time with Bet Insured. Choose Bet Insured.
So starting from our predictions for this weekend, you know there will be no English Premier League actions this weekend. We are having the English FA Cup instead. But we've got a big fixture involving Brighton and Hove Albion versus Chelsea. This fixture is going to be happening at the American Express Stadium, where last week Brighton lost 7-0 against Nottingham Forest, which is really a huge setback to Fabian Osler and his team. But against Chelsea in an FA Cup game, it's a knockout stage. There is no second chance. You need to make sure that you get this chance as they come. I think Brighton want to go all out attack, and I'm sure that Chelsea as well, with all the attackers that they've got, they will make sure that they do it. The transfer window is over, so they've got their teams ready. Full concentration now on the rest of the season. So I'm sure that there will be goals scored in this one. I'm sure Brighton will score, knowing fully well that they got a home advantage. And because Chelsea also, defensively, they have not really been so solid. They are yet to find a solution to their defensive crisis over time. So I think Brighton will score a goal. Then Chelsea as well, they will never finish this game without scoring. So I think it's going to be a both team to score in this fixture at 1.48 odds. So I'll be going for both team to score at 1.48 odds for the full-time prediction. Then for the full-time score, I see this game ending in a 2-all draw in that one. Then for the expert prediction, I'll go for over 23.5 shots towards the goal. And this one is at about 1.36 odds in there. Then moving into another fixture, right here, we'll go to Aston Villa versus Tottenham Hotspur, still in the English FA Cup. This one as well, I see lots of goals being scored. I just go straight to the point. Over 2.5 goals in this at 1.50 odds with a full-time result at 2 goals to 2 as well. That's what I'll be going for. Then for the expert prediction, I'll go for over 8.5 corner kicks in this. You find this one at 1.38 odds. Now, away from the English FA Cup, let's get into the Spanish La Liga. So now moving into the Spanish La Liga, we've got the Madrid derby coming out this weekend on Saturday. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. This is going to be happening at the Santiago Bernabeu, and I'm sure that you guys, you're looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to that as well. But we know very well that there's going to be lots of yellow cards, lots of fouls, lots of bookings. And I see Diego Simeone getting cautioned by the referee several times. In fact, I see him getting a yellow card. But we know that Carlo Ancelotti is a really calm man. But still, I think his temper is going to be tested in that game tomorrow. So it is Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid in this fixture. But what is my full-time prediction in this? I see under 2.5 goals. Yes, I'm sure you're surprised. But if you look at the head-to-head between both sides, it hasn't really produced more than 2 goals in recent times. It's either you see 1-1. In fact, in the last 2 games between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, the head-to-head has seen both teams play 1-1 against each other in the last 2 games. I think this is going to go with this same trend again in this fixture. So I'll go for under 2.5 goals. Well, looking at the odds of this, it might actually scare you, but don't be scared. Under 2.5 goals, you find it at 2.00 odds. Take it like that. Under 2.5 goals at 2.00 odds with a full-time result at 1 goal apiece against each other. So for the expert prediction on this one, I'll be going for over 4.5 bookings. You find that at 1.48 odds. If you want to go for the alternative market, you can go for over 21.5 fouls. You find that one at 1.39 odds. Then finally, from the Spanish La Liga, we've got another big fixture coming up this week, and this is between Sevilla versus Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona, we know they've been high-scoring really in the Spanish La Liga this time. You know, sometimes you always just want to believe that they will score a goal. And it's all, praise to the tactics of Hansi Flick. The island is really working for Barcelona. And it's so surprising how all these Barcelona players have gelled so much to this pattern of Hansi Flick. And I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season or at the end of the entire season in 2024-2025, if Barcelona becomes that team with the most goal in the entire Europe. And we could see how the likes of Rafinha, Lamine Yamal are all benefiting from this tactics. Rafinha is a different man this time, and I think that he's not stopping anytime soon. So against Sevilla, I see Barcelona also scoring lots of goals in this fixture. For my full-time prediction, I'll be going for over 2.5 goals. You find that at about 1.46 odds from there, with a full-time result at 3 goals to 1 in favor of Barcelona. Then for the expert prediction, I will be going for a way over 12.5 shots towards the goal. A way over 12.5 shots towards the goal. You find that at about 1.46 odds in the game between Sevilla and Barcelona. And now, let's check out our first bonus pick for this week. This time, I'll be going into the basketball. And this is the fixture between Oklahoma City Thunder versus Toronto Raptors. I'll be going for over 221.5 points, including overtime. You find that at 1.69 odds. All right, we're still right here giving you our top picks from this week. Don't forget, it is proudly brought to you by Bet Ensured. This is the Ensured Zone podcast, and my name is Tim the Sports Soccer And now let's get away from the bonus picks. Let's get into the Italian Serie A. We've got big fixture coming up as well. This is on Monday between Inter Milan versus Fiorentina. Well, Inter Milan are still trying to battle it out against Napoli for the Scudetto this time. As well, I know that they will not want to, sleep up in this fixture. So I'll go straight to the full-time prediction as well. I'll be going for Inter Milan win or draw from this fixture. You find that at 1.20 odds. Well, for the straight win for Inter Milan, you find that at about 1.69 odds. To be safe and to make sure that you're not, being at risk, I'm going for win or draw in this one for Inter Milan at 1.20 odds. Then for the full-time result, I'll be going for 2-0 for Inter Milan in this fixture. Then another one, if you want to go for the expert prediction, that is home win either half. That is Inter Milan win either half. You find that at 1.25 odds. Or for the alternative market, you go for goal kicks at over 11.5 goal kicks. You find that at 1.28 odds. Now, away from the Italian Serie A, let's get into the German Bundesliga. We've got another fixture. This is between Borussia Dortmund versus Stuttgart. This is happening on Saturday by 3:30. I'll go straight into the full-time prediction. Over 2.5 goals. You know already, it's a big fixture involving two big teams in the Bundesliga. Dortmund are having life after Nuri Sahin, so they want to make sure that they impress their new manager who is in the dugout currently. So over 2.5 goals in that one at 1.54 odds in that, with the full-time result at 2-2. I'm not sure anyone is going to cancel each other out in there. Then for the expert prediction, I'll be going for over 22.5 shots towards the goal. You find that at 1.31 odds. And then you want to go for the alternative market over 4.5 goalkeeper saves at 1.28 odds. Finally, from the German Bundesliga, we've got Wolfsburg taking on Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen are still high-flying this season under Xabi Alonso, but they will bear it in mind that they have lots of work to do to be able to catch up with Bayern Munich, and a slip-up in this fixture, even though they are away from home, will not be welcomed. So I'm sure that Xabi Alonso will have this in mind, and will be telling his guys that we have to really get all the win we can. But will Leverkusen get a win in this fixture? It is possible, but we have to be careful. So that is why I'll be going for over 2.5 goals as well. Leverkusen score goals, Wolfsburg as well at home. They score goals definitely in that one. So I will be going for over 2.5 goals at 1.64 odds. 1.64 odds. One thing is for sure, both teams will score against each other in this fixture, but at the end of the day, they will definitely still be a winner. And I'll be going for the full-time result at 2-1 in favor of Bayer Leverkusen. So for the final prediction in this fixture involving Wolfsburg and Leverkusen, I'll be going for over 3.5 cards at 1.40 odds. Yes, Bundesliga is not a league that is that rough and produces lots of cards, but if you look at the head-to-head between both sides in this fixture, in their last 5 games, it has produced more than 5 bookings in the last 5 games. So I see the same fierce battle happening again in this fixture. That is why I'll be going for over 3.5 cards in this fixture. You find that at 1.40 odds. So yeah, guys, let's now get into the UEFA Champions League fixture that we've got coming up. Remember, we've got the playoff rounds coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday, but a fixture has caught my eyes. That is, of course, Real Madrid taking on Manchester City. This fixture definitely promises to be a lot of action in it. I already told you about everything to expect in the fixture from the beginning of this podcast. So let's get straight into the prediction for this. For the full-time prediction, I'll go for both teams to score. You find that at 1.52 odds. And then for the full-time result, it is going to be a 1-1 draw between both sides. For the expert prediction, I'll go for over 4.5 goalkeeper saves at 1.30 odds. So our final bonus pick for this week, I'll be going straight to ice hockey. And now this is involving Columbus Blue Jackets versus New York Rangers. This is also another fierce battle from ice hockey in the United States. Well, for my full-time prediction, I'll be going for over 6 goals, including overtime. Over 6 goals, including overtime. You find that at 1.70 odds. That is all on our picks for this week. Thank you so much for being part of it again. Remember that This is proudly brought to you by BetInsured. Visit BetInsured at www.betinsured.com. I keep saying it, BetInsured is the best prediction website that you can find anywhere around the world. Visit our website at www.betinsured.com. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to enjoy more predictions like this one as well. Remember, as I always say, right here at the Ensure Zone podcast, we just do not predict the future, we ensure it. My name is Tim the Sports Talker. Until when I see you next weekend, remember to bet wisely and bet responsibly. Bye for now.